Welcome back to the channel, guys. I apologise for being away for so long. I have been ill. I'm still ill, but we're going to talk about Something's Killing the Children. I want to talk about it. I've recently finished all the first 3 volumes, so I'm just going to tell you what I think, and it's going to be no script. We're just going to go off the cuff and just tell you about Something's Killing the Children by James Tynion. We're going to talk about this because, like I said, I really enjoyed it. So we're going to get straight into it. So the first volume is, obviously, we know it sets everything up. We meet Erica, we meet James, we meet the octopus for a little bit. We have a few name drops of the House of Slaughter and the Church of St. George, I think it's called. But that's all we really know. And kids are going missing, they're dying, and it's up to Erica and her new friend James to find out why. She obviously knows why, but James doesn't. And it's a perfect way to set up a story. It's got the tension in every single panel and page, and that's one thing that I like about this. It doesn't feel too slow, it doesn't feel too quick, it just feels perfectly paced with incredible art as well. I must admit, it has got some incredible art, and within the pages and the panels, like I said, you can feel how the characters are feeling. You can feel how annoyed this police officer is with Erica, and you can just tell that she's like done and she just wants to go. I like that a lot, and like I said, the art and the 9 panels, stuff like that kind of stuff, it works really well. But yeah, it's a good jumping on point for this series. It does get better. We find out more about like the Order of St. George, that's what it's called, the masks, the House of Slaughter. It's all really good. So the second volume is good. It's not my favourite. I do prefer volume 1 and 3. I think this is the weaker issues, but overall it's still good because we do get introduced to the House of Slaughter. And I think that is Aaron right there. He's another member of the Black Masks. We don't see any more Black Masks in this issue. It's just Erica and that character called Aaron. But this is where things start to pick up quite quickly as well. Kids are still going missing, obviously, and Erica is using a lot of people as bait. James gets used as bait quite a lot, which I get to the point where I'm like, yo, Erica, stop. This is crazy. You need to stop using him as bait. But the way James Tynion writes Erica and James and their relationship is really interesting. It's a lot of trust, a lot of not trusting each other, and a lot of just gambling. The monsters are bigger in this. You see them quite a lot, and with the twist of Erica giving Brendan like an injection to basically be able to see these monsters, that was a really good twist. I don't know if that happened in this one or this one, but it's a good twist either way, and it adds like another bit of tension to it with everything going on with Brendan and his friends. He's trying to save people now. He's not going after Erica, which is nice, but he then gets caught. It's a good horror book. If you like horror books, honestly try it. But it's not just a horror. It's like I keep saying, it's the tension, it's the gore, and it is the story. The story, it's not just scary, it's not just gory for no reason. It has got a really solid story, and it keeps getting added. I'm not up to date, obviously, but new things are getting added to it. And the twist in this one is like the monster. Obviously, the little girl, I believe, little girl can see the monster, and she just gets ripped in half right there in front of everybody, so that everybody knows now that there's something going on, and it's up to Erica and Aaron. But Aaron, I kind of like him, but I don't. Goes out and tries to save the day, but unfortunately he doesn't. But that's a really good way to end this issue. Erica and Aaron's relationship is very different. It's very She doesn't really care for him, but at the same time she does. It's a good, interesting like relationship. But my favourite volume so far is number 3. Everything ends in this. This is the end of the first arc. The monsters are put to the test, and we get a first look of the white masks in volume 2, but the white masks appear in this one. They get sent to the town to basically clean up, and not just clean up the monsters, clean up the humans that have seen the little girl get ripped in half. They're willing to like kill these people, and Erica is like the only one who has a conscience, which is very interesting because like you look at her and she's just like, yep, quiet, got the mask over her face, got hair over her eyes, so she doesn't look like she cares. But it's interesting. Look, there's the white masks, but I'm very interested to see more of the House of Slaughter. I believe there's different colours, which I'm very excited to see, because we've seen black, we've seen white, and I think I've seen somewhere online red and blue and possibly green. I could be wrong. I don't know what any of those mean, but we're here. We're going to read it together. We do find out what octopus is. Obviously, we've seen in the volume 1 or 2 what they are, but we actually find out in, I think it's this volume or that one, they are basically monsters that have gave, not Erica, she was attacked and killed her parents and a friend while she was younger by the monster, and the monster got put inside the octopus teddy bear and was tamed, but she keeps it looking like a monster to remind herself that they're still monsters, which I really like. That's a little brief look at them, but she's a badass. She takes them all on. But overall, I really like it. I think it's a good story, and Erica is very compelling. So is James. So is the rest of the cast. I do like Brendan. I think that's his name. The kid that wanted to shoot Erica in the first volume, but then he actually owns up to killing all these kids that go missing, even his sister, just to keep everybody safe in town. So it's very good like that. We also do find out that the monsters are there because of the kids. They basically create them with their imagination or something like that. I might be wrong, but overall it's a really good, this volume here is really good, and it ends with a cliffhanger where she's leaving the city, but she gets met by the old dragon, and I don't know who that is, but God, he's very interesting. So the House of Slaughter and the Order of St. George is like so interesting to me. That's one thing that I do really want to learn about. And we've got this character called Jessica that I think that's her mentor, but we don't have anything on them. Don't know who they are, where they are, how they are, all that kind of good stuff. So I don't really know if she's alive, she's dead, or she's gone missing, or she's ahead of like the Black Masks, because Erica got offered, why don't you come back home and be, because you're the only Black Mask left, you can be the leader. But she turned him down and basically told him to do one. So I'm very intrigued. I hope the next arc is as good. I get scared when I read like a really good arc and it doesn't end up, the next arc doesn't end up being as good. You're like, oh, what have I done? But I think this is on issue 46, 41 or 42, maybe 46. Obviously it's good, and it's an Eisner Award winner. Oh, nominee. Nominee. So yeah, this is, yeah, read Something's Killing Children. Like I said, if you like gore, if you like horror, if you like just cool stories, try it out. But even if you don't, just give the first trade, honestly, a good read, and it does get better from that. It's a bit slow, it's a bit that's why I've not read it, but as soon as I read that, I was like, I need to read number 2, and number 3 was the climax. It was a good way to end the first arc. But let me know down in the comments, guys, if you've read Something's Killing the Children, and if you have, let me know what you think and how far you are in the story, because I want I need to read more. So, but that's my review for Something That's Killing the Children, the first arc. If you liked it, give me a like. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you thought. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and make sure you go over to Hot Dog Comics. That's the one on Instagram. I do apologise for the no videos here and Instagram. I've just been ill. You can probably tell it in my voice. I'm still ill now, but we need to make content for you guys. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.